at all-time favorite music hits. Sa lungkot at ligaya, kami pa rin ang inyong kasama. We're the place where you truly belong. Mula sa TVH Group of Networks, ito ang inyong himpilan. Ito ang inyong tahanan. Number 1 sa Mega Manila.
You are listening to Kool FM, live from Kool Studios. This is koolNews at 4.
Two former executives of the Department of Agriculture, Bureau of Fisheries and Aquatic Resources posted bail for 4 counts of grab charges filed against them by the Office of the Ombudsman in connection with a controversial 2 billion pesos vessel monitoring system project in 2018. In an order by Branch 141 of the Antipolo City Regional Trial Court, former Agriculture's Undersecretary and BFAR National Director Eduardo Gongona and Demosthenes Escoto, who also served as BFAR National Director, each paid a cash bond worth 360,000 pesos on January 7, 2025, a day after they were ordered arrested by the court. The arraignment and pre-trial have been set on January 22 and February 26 at 1:30 p.m. Meanwhile, 19 employees of the Negros Occidental Provincial Government have tested positive for the use of illegal drugs. These include 3 permanent employees, 7 job order workers, 3 contract of service workers, and 6 blue guards, according to Provincial Administrator Ray Fernando Diaz on Monday, January 13. The contracts of the COS and JO workers that ended in December, he said, were not renewed for the new year. The Blue Guards, who belong to an agency, were not allowed to continue work at provincial government facilities. Diaz said the permanent employees were subjected to confirmatory testing and have the option to undergo rehabilitation if they wish to be reinstated. If they do not undergo rehabilitation, they will be charged with grave misconduct, he said. The 90 employees who tested positive for the use of illegal drugs were among the 1,800 who underwent drug tests on December 17, 18, and 19 at the capital in Bacolod City. Random drug testing is a mandatory requirement of the Civil Service Commission through Republic Act 9165 or the Comprehensive Dangerous Drugs Act of 2002 for a drug-free workspace. The Negros Occidental Provincial Government has an ongoing drug testing program to make sure their employees are free from narcotics and perform their duties well. Vice President Sara Duterte's trust rating saw a 10-point drop, while President Ferdinand Marcos Jr. saw a slight decrease, Okta Research said on Tuesday. Okta's fourth quarter 2024 Tugon ng Masa nationwide survey said Duterte's trust ratings dropped to 49%, which is a 10 percentage point less than the 59% recorded in the previous quarter. Likewise, her performance rating fell to 48%, down from 52% in the previous quarter. This marks the first time both the trust and performance ratings of the Vice President have fallen below the majority threshold, Okta said in a statement. Okta said these figures represent the lowest ratings for Duterte since December 2023 and reflect a continuing downward trend. On the other hand, Marcos holds trust and performance ratings of 65 and 64% respectively. Marcos' trust rating, however, saw a slight decrease of 4 percentage points from the 69% last quarter. His performance rating also saw 2 percentage points decrease from 66% last quarter. The majority of Filipinos continue to trust and are satisfied with the performance of President Marcos Jr., Octa further said. Octa's survey was conducted from November 10 to 16 using face-to-face interviews. A total of 1,200 male and female respondents aged 18 and above were interviewed. The Land Transportation Franchising and Regulatory Board is supposed to issue a memorandum circular mandating all transportation network companies and operators to shoulder the 20% discount for persons with disability, senior citizens, and students. LTFRB Chair Teofilo Guadias III disclosed this information during Tuesday's hearing of the Senate Committee on Public Service following queries from panel Chair Senator Rafi Tufo amid reports that TNC drivers currently assume the 20% discount. Tufo asked in Filipino, to which Guadias answered in the affirmative. Based on your studies, how about we ask the companies to fully shoulder these discounts? The LTFRB chief said, yes, we are now drafting a memorandum circular, which will be implemented this February, where all of the discounts will now be shouldered by the operator and the owner of the app. In this case, for example, Grab, TNC Grab, or the owner of the vehicle should shoulder the discount, but definitely the driver should not be included in the equalization. The driver should not shoulder anything, he added. During the hearing, Guadias also cited that of the 20% discount for seniors, PWDs, and students, Grab Philippines presently shoulders 40%, while Transport Network Vehicle Services operators assume the remaining 60%. Joyride Philippines, on the other hand, shoulders 80% of the 20% discount, while Angkas assumes the entire 20%. TNVS Group head Saturnino Nino Mompas revealed before the Senate panel in December 2024 that drivers have begun shouldering the discounts. For the past years, TNC has shouldered the 20% discount for PWDs, seniors, and students. But starting this year, I'm not entirely sure which month but drivers began shouldering, Mompas said in Filipino then. But Guadias said that should not be the case, maintaining that all TNCs must assume the 20% discount. That's the law we have been implementing here in LTFRB, and we are bound by that law because before they are given the franchise, that memorandum circular is already there, Guadias explained. During Tuesday's Senate hearing, Tufo asked the LTFRB chief if it was possible to refund drivers and operators who had shouldered the discounts. That's part of our hearing, sir, and we will be coming up with a resolution by the end of this month, and in no chances we will agree with your conclusion, Guadias replied. For Tufo, it appears that TNC owners are fooling their riders, since there's an existing LTFRB memorandum circular indicating that TNCs must shoulder the discount and not their drivers. And President Ferdinand Bongbong R. Marcos Jr. on Tuesday directed the Department of Health to ensure the unhampered delivery of Philippine Health Insurance Corporation or PhilHealth services despite its zero government subsidy in the 2025 budget. According to the Presidential Communications Office in a statement, Marcos issued the order during a meeting at the Malacanang Palace. The PCO quoted Marcos in instructing Health Secretary Teodoro Herbosa make sure that services of PhilHealth remain unhampered. Its zero budget should not affect the delivery of healthcare services. Marcos reiterated the administration's commitment to prioritizing social services in the 2025 national budget, focusing on key sectors such as education, health, economic services, infrastructure, and agriculture. He also urged Herbosa to shift the DOH's focus from cure to prevention, as an ounce of prevention is better than a pound in cure. The President also stressed the need to digitalize the DOH to enhance its delivery of service. PhilHealth was initially allocated a 74.431 billion pesos of subsidy, but was reduced by the Senate to 64.419 billion pesos. The Bicameral Conference Committee then decided to completely cut the allocation. Marcos himself defended this action as he noted that even if the government did not grant PhilHealth subsidy in the 2025 budget, it would still have a reserve of 500 billion pesos. It is now 4:11 p.m. as we will have more headlines coming up right here on koolNews at 4. So stay along with us. We will be right back.
This koolNews edition was brought to you by Himlayang Pilipino Incorporated Memorial Park, alay sa Diwang Pilipino.
Himlayang Pilipino.
Eugen's 5G experience, now available with 1 GB data for Bili.Global. And Bimolumi Power Race, ang patuka ng masa.
The insane rock of Manila has never been this good.
This is how we rise up, heavy as a hurricane, louder than a freight train. Tinapos mo ako sa sarili kong mundo. This is what you asked for. This is what you asked for. Heavy is the.
This is Rock Weekdays with G. Mondays to Fridays, 4:30 p.m. on Cool FM.
This is what you asked for. Heavy is the. Heavy is the.
You're listening to Cool FM.
Number one sa Mega Manila.
Nationwide pa!
Brush, 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 3 times a day. Brush, brush, brush to keep cavities away. Brush, 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 3 times a day. Brush with Colgate. Brush, 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 but strong, strong, strong. Brush, 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 but Colgate strong. Brush with Colgate. Brush, 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 but Colgate strong. Brush with Colgate.
Worried about ponytail dents, tangles, and frizz? Use Sunsilk Smooth and Manageable every day for 5 times smoother, fragrant hair versus non-conditioning shampoo. Para
Celebrate the lives of your fallen family heroes with the newly opened chapels of Tahanan ng Alaala in Himlayang Pilipino. We offer premium memorial service by providing 24-hour personalized customer care with flexible funeral and chapel accommodation packages. At Himlayang Pilipino, we give honor to the heroes of your lives. For inquiries, you may contact us at 0968 896 4850 or visit us at www.himlayangpilipino.org and follow us on Facebook, Himlayang Pilipino Incorporated, and on Instagram, HPI Memorial Park.
Himlayang Pilipino.
Coco Martin po, para sa next generation Toyota Tamaraw. Tulad ko, ang bagong Tamaraw, iba't iba ang mga karakter. Bida sa pamilya, sa negosyo, sa adventure. Iba-ibang forma para sa iba't ibang pangangailangan. Angat sa diskarte, may maaasahang lakas at tibay pa. Kaya dito na tayo sa bagong Tamaraw, kasama natin sa ating mga panalo sa buhay. Abante, posible sa next generation Toyota Tamaraw.
Handa ka na umabante? Posible! Punta na sa Toyota dealer to reserve the Tamaraw of your dreams. Starts at 937,000 for the 2.4 drop-side diesel manual transmission long wheelbase.
Kahit always blooming bango sa Surf Fab
New Surf Captain Fresh and Blue. May 3 times amoy pawis shield. Kaya,
Kahit always blooming bango sa Surf Fab
based on lab test and select fabric versus detergent powder only. Surf!
Barbie, pinapahid mo na naman yung Silka Lotion. Anong meron dyan?
Girl, may papaya enzymes and NutriBlend complex to.
Taray, may papaya. Tinola ka, girl?
Ay, sis! Ang Ang Silka may Vita-Absorb technology at SPF 6 din.
SPF, Super Papaya Fruit.
Sun protection factor kasi, friend. Kahit under the sun, skin ay lit with regular use. Wow! Slay it! Slay it with the skin na giving. Stay lit with Silka with regular use for only 750 pesos SRP.
Excellent health, excellent life. EXL Makabuhay Plus.
Mas murang alternatibo sa makabuhay? Bakit ka maniniwala sa ibang brands? Kaya nga mura, kasi kulang. Huwag tipirin ang iyong kalusugan. EXL Coffee Mix, gawa sa native purple corn, arabica, spirulina, ginseng, ginger, turmeric, ganoderma, mangosteen, malunggay, cinnamon, guava, at rosehip. Tiyak na vegan, gluten-free, at low in caffeine pa. Plus insulin plant na tumutulong magpababa ng mataas na blood sugar level. Siguradong healthy ka with EXL Coffee Mix. EXL Coffee Mix, the non-acidic coffee. Iwas asim sa sikmura at iwas heart palpitation. For a better and healthier you, switch to EXL Makabuhay Plus. Sa EXL Makabuhay, dagdag buhay.
Extra strong? Andito na ang Leon Extra Strong Beer. Bangis ng dating, bangis ng sarap, bangis ng kagat, at 7% ABV. This is Gerald Anderson for Leon Extra Strong Beer. Tikman ang bangis ng Leon. Bangis ng presyo, 47 pesos SRP for 500 ml at 95 pesos SRP for 1 liter. Drink responsibly.
Ang numero unong kailangan sa ngayon, extra strong ka dapat para di ka mawasak ng anumang hamong ibigay sa'yo. Ang hanap ng Red Horse Beer, extra strong na tulad mo. Lakas. Tama. Kayang tumindig at harapin ang mga pagsubok na parating. Panatag ang loob na bukas na namnamin mo ang iyong tagumpay. Lakas ng tama pero di wasak sa hamon ng bukas. Red Horse Extra Strong, the #1 extra strong beer in the world. Drink responsibly.
Hello mga ka-efficasan! Si Kay Abaday ni. Naabang may mga sakit-sakit ang gipamati sa inyong mga kalawasan? Ihaplos ra na! Gamit ang Efficacent Oil Extra Strength. Kaysa Efficacent Oil Extra Strength, haplos, ayos! Unsa pa inyong gihulat? Palit na sa inyong mga suking tindahan o butika ug haplos, ayos! Methyl salicylate plus camphor plus menthol is the generic name of Efficacent Oil Extra Strength. If symptoms persist, consult your doctor.
Welcome back to koolNews at 4. Let's continue with our headlines. Five underwater drones were recovered in various parts of the country last year, according to Philippine Navy spokesperson for the West Philippine Sea Rear Admiral Lord Vincent Trinidad. Among the 5 drones, Trinidad said the latest was found on December 30 in the waters of San Pascual, Masbate. The Armed Forces of the Philippines reported last January that this drone bore Chinese markings and was subjected to further investigation. The 5 that were given to us for forensics. 2 were found in Calian Island, 1 in Pasuquin, Ilos Norte, the most recent one in Masbate, and another one in the waters of Inigdao, Misamis Oriental. Trinidad revealed in the press conference on Tuesday. He, however, did not disclose the dates. Authorities recovered the 4 other drones, but said they were also surrendered to the police by local fishermen. Trinidad explained that the devices were difficult to detect when underwater but become visible on the surface, adding that these are small in size, only about 2.5 to 3.5 meters in length. Based on police reports, the underwater drone found in Masbate was discovered by a 30-year-old fisherman identified as Ronnie Venezuela, along with two unnamed individuals. Venezuela was accompanied by barangay officials when he turned over the drone to the San Pascal police. Following this report, the Armed Forces of the Philippines committed to ensuring the safety and security of the country's maritime domain. Police arrested two individuals in Rizal and Laguna provinces on Monday, January 13, for violating the Omnibus Election Code provision that bans civilians from using and carrying firearms during the election period. The Region 4A police reported on Tuesday that police in Quinta, Rizal, arrested Jamin while allegedly holding a loaded caliber .38 gun at a drinking session inside a subdivision in Barangay San Isidro at 11:17 p.m. The report did not specify if the confiscated handgun has a government permit and license in the name of the suspect. In Binan City, Laguna, operators from the Criminal Investigation and Detection Group NAP Francisco, after receiving complaints that the suspect indiscriminately fired his gun in Barangay Timbao around 5:30 p.m. The law enforcers seized from Francisco a caliber .45 pistol, 2 magazines, and 10 bullets placed at the table outside his house. The suspect failed to present government documents for the firearm. Both gun owners were brought to the police stations for the filing of corresponding criminal charges for violation of Republic Act 10591 or the Comprehensive Firearms and Immunization and Election Gun Ban. The nationwide gun ban started on January 12 as the election period began for the May 2025 political exercise. As we move over to international headlines, Chinese officials are exploring a potential sale of U.S. TikTok operations to billionaire Elon Musk as the video sharing platform faces an American law requiring imminent Chinese divestment, Bloomberg News reported Monday. The report, citing anonymous people familiar with the matter, outlined one scenario being discussed in Beijing where Musk's social media company X would purchase TikTok from Chinese owner ByteDance and combine it into the platform formerly known as Twitter. The report estimated the value of TikTok's U.S. operations at between $40 and $50 billion. Although Elon Musk is currently ranked as the world's wealthiest person, Bloomberg said it was not clear how Musk could execute the transaction or if he would need to sell other assets. The U.S. government passed a law last year that requires TikTok's ByteDance to either sell the widely popular platform or shut it down. It goes into effect Sunday, a day before President-elect Donald Trump takes office. The U.S. government alleges TikTok allows Beijing to collect data and spy on users and is a conduit to spread propaganda. China and ByteDance strongly deny the claims. TikTok has challenged the law, taking an appeal all the way to the U.S. Supreme Court, which heard oral arguments on Friday. At the hearing, a majority of the conservative and liberal justices on the 9-member bench appeared skeptical of arguments by a lawyer for TikTok that forcing a sale was a violation of First Amendment free speech rights. Bloomberg characterized Beijing's consideration of a possible Musk transaction as still preliminary, noting that Chinese officials have yet to reach a consensus on how to proceed. It said it was not clear how much ByteDance knew of the Chinese government planning. TikTok did not immediately respond to an AFP request for comment, but a representative was cited by Variety as saying, "We can't be expected to comment on pure fiction." Musk is a close ally to Trump, who is expected to play an influential role in Washington in the coming 4 years. He also runs electric car company Tesla, which has a major factory in China and counts the country as one of the automaker's biggest markets. Trump has repeatedly tried to enact new tariffs on Chinese goods, which would expand a trade war begun in his first term and which was largely upheld, and in some cases supplemented by outgoing President Joe Biden. South Korea's Armed Procurement Agency announced Tuesday that it has launched the development of the LSAM-2, an enhanced long-range surface-to-air missile designed to improve range and latitude capabilities. The LSAM-2 is designed to intercept the enemy's nuclear and missile threats at higher altitudes than the existing LSAM system. Its increased latitude capability is expected to expand defense coverage 3 to 4 times compared to the current model. The advanced interceptor is expected to enable a 2-stage interception process, targeting missiles at higher latitudes first and providing secondary interception opportunities at lower latitudes based on combat environment. Based on combat environment assessments. The Defense Acquisition Program Administration held a project kick-off meeting on Tuesday, with attendings including officials from the military, the Agency for Defense Development, a state-run military think tank, and a prototype manufacturer. According to DAPA, the military think tank will lead the project. Approximately 567.7 billion won, or $387.5 million, will be invested in the project, which involves collaboration with 90 domestic companies with the goal of completing system development by 2028. Currently, South Korea's military independently operates a comprehensive multi-layered defense system featuring interception missiles such as the LSAM Patriot missile system and Cheon-Jun-2, which is an advanced type of medium-range surface-to-air missile called an MSAM-2. And Bank of Japan Deputy Governor Yozo Himino said Tuesday that the central bank will decide whether to raise interest rates at its next policy setting meeting, scheduled for 2 days from January 23. At the monetary policy meeting to be held next week, the BOJ Policy Board will have a discussion to decide whether to raise the policy rate or not, Himino said in a speech in Yokohama, south of Tokyo. Noting that the current economic and price trends are broadly in line with the BOJ's outlook, Himino said if this outlook will continue to be realized, the bank will raise the policy interest rate accordingly and adjust the degree of monetary easing. Regarding wage increases in this year's Shunto Spring Labor Management negotiations, which the BOJ is expected to take into account when deciding on rate hikes, Himino said, "I hope to see strong wage hikes in fiscal 2025, as we did in fiscal 2024, reflecting labor shortages and higher minimum wages." Meanwhile, the BOJ chief suggested that the uncertainty surrounding U.S. President-elect Donald Trump's economic policies could be resolved to some extent after Trump takes office on Monday. The integral address next week will give us an idea on the broad direction of policies the new administration will pursue, he said. On Japan's consumer price outlook, Himino said the main scenario the Bank of Japan envisages is that the inflation rate for the next 2 fiscal years will be around 2 basis points. I might be wrong. But there's various risk factors at home and abroad, both on the upside and downside, he continued, adding that the BOJ should manage its monetary policy with due attention to that. And finally, in the entertainment news, country music superstar Carrie Underwood would perform America the Beautiful at U.S. President-elect Donald Trump's inauguration on January 20, according to a copy of the program shared by a spokesperson of the Presidential Integral Committee. Underwood said, who has mostly stayed out of politics during her career, "I love our country and I'm honored to have been asked to sing at the integration and to be a small part of this historic event. I am humbled to answer the call at a time when we must all come together in the spirit of unity and looking to the future." Ladies and gentlemen, it is now 1 minute before 4:30 p.m. and that is it for koolNews at 4. As always, if you have any news tips or feedback that you'd like to share, you can contact us through our email at tvh.com. Coming up next on Cool FM is Rock Weekdays with TVH. Until then, my name is Carol, and this has been koolNews at 4. We'll see you later at 6 p.m. for more news segments and koolNews segments at 10:30 p.m. Good afternoon.